margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base.
Life can take us so many places. And at Panama City Toyota, we're here to make sure every drive is worth every minute.
Maybe you want a fun, fuel-efficient car for everyday driving. Or you need a dependable vehicle that really gets the job done. Sometimes it's all about answering the call of the wild. And when you're ready to shop, reserve your vehicle online and choose your options. Or we'll help you in person, even if you started the process at home.
Whatever works for you, always works for us.
At Brock Lawn and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
Hey there, business owners. Do you feel lost in a sea of numbers, struggling to navigate your day-to-day accounting? At Lighthouse CPAs, they specialize in guiding businesses to make more money and keep more of what you make. From bookkeeping to tax planning, they've got you covered. Plus, with their user-friendly software, managing your finances has never been easier. Spend less time on paperwork and more time growing your business. Call Lighthouse CPAs 850-785-5254.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore portable building dealer, Panama City.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lyndhaven, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now we're taking
With the first pick.
This is the last ball you got to bat. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros, interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, and good Monday morning. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 104.3 Panama City Beach, 101.9 in Port St. Joe. You can watch, listen, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of those things, and follow on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just search it up, ESPN Northwest Florida. You can download our free mobile app in
Google Play or Apple Store.
There you go. That is the only time this week you'll hear Jay answer that question. At least today, anyway. We might ask you multiple times today to make up for the rest of the week. But I know you're busy. You coach high school golf teams, all those amazing things.
On our way to Athens Friday, I can call. I can call Friday.
Well, you're going to have to because you're going to have to fill out your pick'em.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Do not forget.
Okay.
And you can't have the kids help you because they're obviously probably got a little more sports knowledge.
No, they're definitely helping me.
There you go. We'll see how the collaborative effort goes. That is for sure. But the Google Play or Apple Store, that one you just search 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app pops up. Make sure you download that. That way you can listen to us, Auburn Tiber games, Mosley Dolphin games, and a few more Atlanta Braves games as we get ever so closer to the end of the regular season. And Jay, speaking of those Atlanta Braves,
oh boy,
they took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers this past weekend. So not the end of the world. They're still hanging in there. Fortunately, the Mets have lost their last 2. So the Braves and the Mets still tied in the last wild card spot in the NL. So we'll keep an eye on that every day. I'm not sure if they're playing today or not. I'll look up on my phone later and let you know. All right. You were going to say something?
No, I was just going to say the Braves, man. They're just.
Hey, they're hanging in there.
Was it 9-2 last night? Is that what it was?
It was a good bit.
Because it was 2-2 like in the 7th, and I guess they just blew it wide open.
The closers came in, or the middle reliever guy came in and just couldn't do it. But let's see. Yeah, they're tonight against 9-2.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Tough go for the Braves. But again, they're still hanging out in that last spot. So just keep winning and see what happens. Max Fried on the mound tonight and Yamamoto on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. So hopefully they can get a win and at least maybe make a play-in game towards the end of the season. But I know we got a few listeners going up next week. Quite a few listeners, actually. I think 16 total, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Jay, poll question for today.
Okay.
Do you have anything?
No.
Okay, because I'm going to do a sports-related poll question. We got to whittle it down from 6 to 4. So, Jay, currently there are 6 2-0 teams in the NFL after week 2. Just a PSA, everybody. It's week 2. There's no time to push the panic button yet. Still got a long way to go. Now, if you're 0-4 by week 4, at the end of week 4, then you might want to start pushing that panic button. But hey, early on in the season, we've got several teams. We've got the Buffalo Bills. They're 2-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0. Your Houston Texans, or not yours, the Houston Texans are 2-0. The Los Angeles
That's 2025 Jay's team.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Speak now, forever hold your peace. You got the Los Angeles Chargers are 2-0. The Kansas City Chiefs are 2-0. The Minnesota Vikings 2-0. The Saints are 2-0. The Bucks are 2-0. And last but not least, the Seattle Seahawks are 2-0.
Okay.
So I want to take 4 of those teams and throw them up in a poll question and ask our listeners, who is the most surprising 2-0 team thus far? Who would you say is kind of surprising in your mind? Try to whittle this thing down.
The Rams, maybe?
The Rams are 0-2. So clearly weren't listening to me.
I got you.
But we'll get to the most surprising 0-2 team.
Surprise.
Yeah, we'll get to the most surprising 0-2 teams
I got
a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Saints, Bucks, Seahawks, and Vikings on the NFC side. The Eagles could be 2-0 after tonight, but we shall see. We shall see.
Well, I think the Vikings took down your 49ers over the weekend. That's surprising to me.
Well, if you look at trends, not really.
Yeah.
Niners haven't won on the road in Minnesota in 32 years.
Hey, you get shot down like me over there, Jay.
I know.
That's it. And also, Brock Purdy's 14-0 against NFC teams, and he's 0-2 against the Minnesota Vikings. It's the only NFC team he's lost to in the regular season. They got their number.
Yeah.
But, I mean, kudos to Brian Flores. Their defense was spectacular. Not to get into that game, but you said it. So, the O-line just really let the team down compared to week 1 against the Jets. They had 6 sacks, 13 QB pressures. The Niners almost gutted out a comeback there at the end. But Vikings look good, man. Sam Darnold throwing great ball. I mean, a 97-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson.
Needed that fantasy-wise.
A lot of people did, because then he got, I don't think he's got anything long-term hurt. It sounds like he strained his quad a little bit, kind of day to day. So nothing to panic if you are a Vikings fan or you're a Justin Jefferson owner there in fantasy football. So, all right. Anyway,
I'm so happy for Sam Darnold.
Man, it's so cool to see. I mean, and he's got some weapons, and maybe Captain Kurt wasn't the answer up there.
Yeah.
We'll find out tonight against Philadelphia, that's for sure. But Sam looked good. Their offensive line good. I mean, I'm excited for him, too. He's been a journeyman. He got in the league when he was 20 years old, and, of course, he went to the Jets, Jets, which a lot of quarterbacks go to, ruin their career. But he's overcame that, bounced around a little bit, spent a year on the Niners, and now he's found a home replacing Kirk Cousins. And, without J.J. McCarthy being healthy, it's his team this year. So far, he's off to a hot start. Any thoughts on Kurt there, Jay?
No, I was thinking about this 4 that we're trying to get to.
Yeah, we need to do that.
The Bucks. How about the Bucks at Tampa Bay?
Okay, yeah,
man,
yeah. So we'll put the Bucks in there. Let's go 2 NFC, 2 AFC. So we'll put the Bucks in there. Fair to say the Saints are a surprise 2-0 team as well.
Very surprised.
I was surprised after week 1, but they certainly look good. But Dallas is known to get blown out every once in a while by a team in the regular season.
Yeah.
every once in a while. And then the playoffs, we know what happens then. All right, on the AFC side, I think it's all fair to say we expected the Chiefs to be 2-0. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. No surprises there. I will say maybe the Chargers a little surprising that they're 2-0.
No, because of the teams that they played.
Yeah.
Even though the Raiders did take care of business against the Ravens yesterday, I feel like that was more the Ravens shooting themselves in the foot. But you do have to give credit to where credit is due. Yep. And Coach Pierce has got them boys playing some good ball. But because it's the Panthers and the Raiders, and I don't know.
Yeah. Anytime you play the Panthers, that was the easiest bet this weekend was the Panthers who was it? The Chargers to cover. I got it at 4.5. So yeah. But hey, Bills. Is that surprising? I think I might be able to say it's surprising because people were going to say they were going to be trash.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen still does Josh Allen things. Obviously, they're off to a 2-0 start. We weren't on the air on Friday, so we weren't able to discuss the victory there over Miami. So, what about the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Justin Fields? They're 2-0. Two nothing spectacular wins, but hey, 2-0 indeed.
You have so many teams, Jay.
I do, Tony.
you're
so many teams that he knows nothing about.
So we got Saints, Vikings, Steelers, and looking for one more AFC team that's 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Bills fit the bill.
Okay, throw the Bills in there.
But let's keep on discussing. Who are our other options?
The Texans. I think the Texans.
They're young, right?
Well, yeah, but they're good. They're talented. And C.J. Stroud just continues to, they didn't blow him out of the water last night, but they got the win and they look pretty solid doing it. And Joe Mixon went out a little bit too, so.
I think the most surprising 1-1 team is the Green Bay Packers, dadgummit.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Malik Willis just needed to find a cold home up north.
Absolutely.
I don't know. That was certainly bizarre. I think a lot of people thought that was a game in the bag there for the Colts. But at the same time, Keith let me know that was Anthony Richardson's first outdoor game and really first road test, big time road test. He played the Texans on the road too before he got hurt. But yeah, and they just really didn't look very good. And the Packers did what they needed to do, ran the ball like crazy, and boom, they are now 1-1 after losing that first game. So division standings are a little odd, but all right, let's get back to the all right, so who do you want to throw in there? You want to throw your Bills in there, or you want to Bills or the Chargers? Who do you want to throw in there from the AFC?
I think the Bills.
Okay,
yeah.
So we'll go Steelers, Bills, and then we said what? Bucks and Saints. Is that what we said? Or Vikings and
Vikings.
Well, we can change the Vikings for the Vikings have to be there.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would say Steelers and Bucks instead of doing 2-2. Maybe just go
Steelers and Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Man, Falcons need to win tonight.
Yeah, they do.
For sure. Panthers, man. Whew, they're minus 60 after 2 games in point differential.
I feel like everybody's kind of even outside of the Panthers and the Giants, and then everything else seems to kind of even out.
There's some other teams in there. I think you could throw the Denver Broncos in there a little bit too. But
fun fact about the Giants: they're the first team to ever score 3 touchdowns and give up none and still lose.
Yes. Did somebody just send that in?
Johnny Yankee said that to me yesterday.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's so many of those little kind of fun fact things there. Man, the Giants. Jay Daniels getting it done. If you had him in your fantasy league, and it kind of flipped the script from week 1 to week 2. But so we're just going to go with 2. We're going to go with the Steelers and the Bucks, AFC, NFC.
Oh, I had the other 2 in there.
Oh, okay, sorry, I got confused. I got confused. It happens to me sometimes. I don't know why. Jay?
Yes.
Anything?
Nothing.
Okay. High school sports from last Friday. Obviously, last Thursday, the Mosley Dolphins took care of business against Navarre. Not really too close in that one. I think Mosley got out to a early lead and then never looked back on that one. 36-7 was your final score. Really the only team in Bay County in our quote-unquote listening area that had success, that actually won a football game. Friday night, after our basketball practice, we swung over there to Arnold's homecoming game against South Walton. Unfortunately, they took their first loss of the season, 21-13. South Walton just had a few big plays, and that was they had one pick six and a couple big plays, and that was really the difference. A lot of tough exchanges between the center and the quarterback. Field was very wet and just couldn't overcome the mistakes and just letting a couple big plays go. Escambia snuck by a 30-29 victory over Bay. Escambia moves to 2-1 on the season. Bay drops to 1-3.
Did you see anything from that game?
I had not seen a thing.
Escambia was on the goal line, and Bay stops them. Bay 100% video evidence stopped them, and the referee with those, one of my favorite things to say, the vertically outstretched arms, touchdown call though, and it wasn't even close. So Bay takes the loss there, but I think in their minds, which doesn't matter, what do they say about ifs and fifths and candies and nuts and all of that?
That's right. All have a Merry Christmas.
But yeah, I think that Bay kind of left that game with some confidence. You would like to see it show up in the win column and not the loss column. But yeah, that was pretty egregious, man. And a lot of the Bay faithful was pretty upset. And I, as a person who stands up for referees, because it's such a tough job, I don't think that guy should be allowed to call high school football anymore, or I think he needs to go all the way down to bobblehead football. And also, yeah, that's just that was tough.
Whew. Egregious, some might say.
Yes, Pinot egregious.
Yes.
How far away do you think we are from actually video replay in high school football?
I don't think they could ever do that.
You don't think so?
No.
It would be kind of like the helmet communication in college football right now, where it's like, well, if you're the Alabamas, you're the D1 schools, the FBS schools rather, you have the funds to do that. But if you're playing a team who's below that and they can't afford the helmet communications, then neither team can use them. So I don't know if instant replay would work across the board, but I think it would start in Texas.
Yeah. You got to have the money to do that.
Yeah.
Because it requires all those things. You're going to need the cameras. You're going to need the angles. You need something to look at to do it. And
as far as I'm concerned, please don't do that. That adds so much more time to a football game. It's bad enough that we are where we are in the NFL and college football.
Yeah, we got to leave at least the high school level to the original kind of ways of the game, where sometimes you get terrible calls and sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. But human nature, nonetheless, you hope that it's just honest mistakes, but you never really know. Mariana took it to Bozeman. Mariana's a powerhouse, though. 4-0 on the season. They beat Bozeman 49-0. Pensacola came over to Destin, beat them 20-7. Rutherford with another tough loss. Holmes County now 3-1 on the season after coming into Rutherford at Tommy Oliver Stadium and win that one 34-19. Jefferson County, North Bay Haven traveled to Jefferson County and to play them. They lost that one 21-0. So tough go for the Bay County schools this past Friday, but hey, it's a new week, and hard to believe we're already going to week 5.
Oh my gosh!
Of high school football. Week 5.
We ain't even got to fall yet.
Ain't even fall yet.
Yeah.
Although it feels a little fally out there this morning, a little overcast and drizzly, but it felt almost cool. Almost cool.
Were you thinking pull over this morning? Kinda? No?
There was no blue lights behind him. Why would he do that?
Yeah. Hopefully none of that. That's for sure in general. That's for sure in general. A lot of volleyball action going on Saturday. A lot of different tournaments. Mosley 2-0 over Choctawhatchee. Booker T. Washington 2-0 over Bay. Stone Memorial 2-0 over Bay. Mosley 2-0 over Smith County. North Bay Haven 2-0 over Goshen. Providence Christian lost to North Bay Haven as well, 2-0. South Walton beat Bay 2-0. Mosley, West Florida 2-0. North Bay Haven over Rehoboth 2-0. Smith County over Bay 2-1. North Bay Haven over Jag, I'm sure that's an acronym for something, 2-0. South Walton over Mosley 2-0. UMS Wright Prep 2-1 over North Bay Haven. And then my last volleyball score to report from the weekend, Mosley over Booker T. Washington 2-0. Jay, you got any exciting things you want to talk about? Because we only got you today. So because next segment we're really diving hard into some NFL action.
Things that make me laugh.
Everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
What you got?
How about 69-year-old Raiders owner Mark Davis said his 26-year-old girlfriend didn't know he was a billionaire, and she was just attracted to his beautiful smile. Now look at that beautiful smile, Ron.
Oh, no, I know what he looks like. I know what he looks like.
Many people think Raiders owner Mark Davis, 69, and his 26-year-old girlfriend Hayden Hopkins are in a relationship about money. However, Davis' recent comments debunks this theory. The 69-year-old said his 26-year-old girlfriend didn't know he was a billionaire and she was just attracted to his beautiful smile.
Nice.
Aw.
There you go.
That's so sweet.
I don't know if it's true. Don't know if it's true, but hey.
What? You would doubt the integrity of that, first off, Davis himself, and then, I mean, the 26-year-old lady, why would she ever lie about something like that?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. That's true.
Exactly.
Here's the crazy part of that is if it actually, like, if you actually are and you're not just, no one would ever believe you.
Never.
So don't even say anything about it, essentially.
Yeah, because people are going to form that opinion regardless of what happens.
Plus, the money's going to come with it, right?
Yeah. There you go. One way or the other. One way or the other. Ooh, Joe Mixon getting an MRI today.
Yeah, that was tough too, man. Couple of hip drop tackles. I don't understand the outrage by people though, because if they were listening, like they are, it's not, they're going to be fining. Mm-hmm. They're going to be fining them throughout the week and stuff. So I think that's where you see the disciplinary actions taken, but not flags.
So the players, I think, thought that there would be flags thrown during the game.
Maybe so.
A couple of them anyway.
Maybe a couple of them, but I mean, really, what is it? Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon so far to this point. And they've got, the 4-point system to be able to determine if that's what. Man, we can't go to instant replays. Well, there was only 2 points shown there, so we're going to let this one roll. Yep. And then in the middle of the week, they get a fine.
They should have just not banned it and just kept moving on with it.
Yeah, it's a brutal sport.
Watch this ref, Jay. Watch him. They need to sign him to some team.
I thought the Vikings played in a dome.
They do. They have a translucent roof.
Interesting. So, I mean, it looks outside.
It's like the eyelids, the one eyelid of an alligator. It's translucent.
Mm-hmm.
Covers their eyes.
Which means completely dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Did not know that.
Please don't take that to the bank. That is not the
that
case.
One might bounce.
Yes, yeah, that'll definitely bounce. Yeah. Good question, though. And they opened up the NRG Stadium last night for I think they said the 5th time since it's been in existence. They opened up the roof last night for Sunday night football. So that was pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think of your Dolphins?
Oh, well, we haven't talked since
No,
then.
we haven't. That's why I'm asking you.
Something, I don't know. Well, being young, being 25, like Tua, right? You're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And, I mean, when it gets to this point right now where you've had a couple of head injuries, a few of them at this point.
3, yeah.
Something's got to be done. And I mean, you worry about him. I mean, he's got kids, right?
Yeah.
So somebody's got to really talk to him about all this because, I mean, you're really concerned for the man because he's got a whole life to live.
Yep.
And
absolutely. And it's been kind of the topic of discussion. Should Tua retire? Should he not retire? I know he's consulting a neurologist today, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, concussions are definitely not something you want to mess with. I've seen many of people that have had too many and should have stopped playing.
Right.
And I'm specifically speaking of hockey at this point, but because I never played tackle football. But
right.
It's just, you're so young. But I get it too. Like you love your whole life is football.
Right.
All you know is playing the game of football.
Yeah.
So how is it easy just to leave that? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I know they just signed Tyler Huntley off the Ravens practice squad. So they got Skylar Thompson, Tyler Huntley. I don't know who their third back was.
I don't know, but I'd really like to see them go to the Jaguars and get Mac Jones.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
Yeah.
Tom Brady coming off the Fox bench.
Hey, people have, that's been one of those rumors in the mill, if you will.
He does live in Miami.
Yeah. $17 million mansion.
The owner is also a Michigan alum.
Oh,
Connect the dots. He's got some weapons.
Yes, he does.
I don't know. We shall see. We got to go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, we'll dive more into the Week 2 NFL action and talk a little bit about no need to panic yet, but some of the surprising, again, we talked about some of the surprising 2-0 teams, but the surprising 0-2 teams as well. You're listening to The Inside Drive, your home for the Auburn Tigers. We'll be right back.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and light rain this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour and the high of 81. Tonight, look for a variety of some clouds and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 73. Tomorrow, a high around 82 and scattered thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore portable building dealer, Panama City.
If you're not scanning while the cashier is begging, we're judging you a little.
Why am I working at the grocery store now?
It's the Inside Drive with Ryan and Jay. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios at ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Jay Henley, we're going to recap all the NFL games.
All right.
I know we talked a little bit in the first segment, but starting with your Bills-Dolphins game.
Okay.
31-10. Obviously, Tua went out with the concussion, but at the same time, Bills' defense looked good, slowed down that high-powered offense. Tua had a couple interceptions early in that game. Bills took advantage and kind of put the hammer down.
Yeah.
What, are you surprised in your Bills, or?
Yeah. Well, Diggs is gone, right?
He's in Diggs Texas, and several other people.
So, Josh Allen, I'm surprised.
Shakir, though, has been doing good.
Has he?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Tight ends, they're finding weapons, and of course, Josh Allen's doing good too. But Devon Achane, which I've officially learned that's how they pronounce him on the TV, so I'm going to pronounce Achane on the air as well. But he had 22 carries for 96 yards and included 7 receptions for 69 yards and a touchdown.
All right.
So if you played him in your daily fantasy or your weekly fantasy, you probably were feeling pretty good. Dolphins 1-1. Bills are now 2-0 on the young season.
Always a good idea to have a good plan B at quarterback.
There you go. It can potentially stop the other team from beating you.
Do we still say off the chain? Do you remember it?
Off the chain? I haven't said it in a long time.
I love that saying, though.
I do too.
And I just learned it's Achane.
But okay, I got you.
But you can say it's off the chain. It's off the chain too.
It's off.
I like that. I like that.
It's off the chain, man.
I'm sure he's had that before. Thanks for bringing that saying back. Hadn't heard it in a while.
It's been a while.
Feels good.
Make vocabulary great again.
Yeah, just we don't need the swear words for the cool sayings. We could just have that cool, corny stuff. Bring it back. Society was better back then.
It was.
We were saying corny lines like that.
Yeah.
Now they say like Riz and
Skibbity doo dah day.
Skibbity toilet. All this stupid
that one
stuff.
too. Skippity what?
Skibbity toilet.
What is that?
All it takes is one of these stupid influencers to say something catchy, and then all the kids start saying it.
Probably Mr. Beast.
Probably. Yeah. Probably. But, back in the day,
I don't think he's that kind of influencer, if you will.
No, he's not. He's not. He actually does like good things with his money. Gives a lot of people money. Because he's got a lot of it, so he might as well get some tax write-off.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you don't really hear any, because all our sayings were from like either music or the television.
So apparently skibbity means cool, bad, or dumb.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those words where it has multiple meanings.
Kind of like a lot of people these days.
Yeah.
You're right.
Good, bad, and dumb. The trifecta. Speaking of good, bad, and dumb, The Saints-Dallas Cowboys game yesterday, 44-19. Saints get up to a 14-3 lead in the first half. Add 21 more, Jay, in the second quarter. And Derek Carr, man, Alvin Kamara, they were just on fire yesterday. Yeah. I forget his first name. Raheed Shaheed, great name there. If you had him on your fantasy team, you're probably feeling good. Basically, if you had the Carr, Kamara, or Shaheed, you did pretty good. And I'm pretty sure the guy Liam was playing Team 12 in the Inside Drive League. He's already at 150 points. He's still got somebody else to play.
There's not even anyone managing that team.
Which is insane. Like, I was like, Liam, you're going to win this week. I don't know who's managing that team. It's just, like, ridiculous.
I think that's the team that, because that's in the Inside Drive, right?
Correct.
So that was basically the auto draft team.
Well.
In a non-auto draft.
Yes, sir.
Man. Hold on, I gotta pull this one up real quick. It's pretty ridiculous, but I was gonna talk about standings a little bit later too, but just for the sake of the matchup.
No, and
he's got 149.82 points with an auto draft league.
Wow. Yep. That's crazy.
Yep. But yeah, you watching it?
Oh, yeah, highlights? No, I had caught some of that, the Saints.
Yeah, it was on national TV.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that. But, man, the Cowboys look defeated. Mm-hmm. Like, you can see it in their body language. Some of those outbreaks that the Saints, had those 50-yard touchdown runs. Dude, if you look in the backfield, a lot of those Cowboys just gave up immediately. Yeah. Like, they weren't even trying to chase.
And like I said, the Cowboys are good for a couple of these during the regular season. Just kind of surprising it was the Saints. But, hey, they got a new offensive coordinator. Kubiak's doing a great job there, kind of opened everything up. And they've always had a great defense. So, Saints, man, 2-0 in the division, or 1-0 in the division, or excuse me, 2-0, 1-0 on the road so far in this season. But, hey, they've maybe the game one wasn't a fluke. Maybe the Saints are back.
Maybe.
It would be interesting. You know where the Super Bowl is this year?
Oh, my goodness.
New Orleans.
Yeah, no doubt.
New Orleans. Hey, sometimes the stars align and the script is written correctly.
Super Bowl and Mardi Gras all in the same month. I don't even know if
New Orleans can handle that. If any city can handle it, it's New Orleans.
Yeah, that's true.
No doubt about that. As David mentioned, I wasn't expecting to see him until about 7 p.m. tonight, because if he said Malik Willis was going to beat the Colts, he wasn't coming in until 7 p.m. Well, thankfully he came. But yeah, the Green Bay Packers gritted out an ugly win over the Indianapolis Colts, 16-10. Anthony Richardson threw 3 interceptions to the Green Bay Packers defense. Josh Jacobs ran all over that Colts D, as well as Malik Willis got some good runs in there as well. But certainly a defensive game, a lot of ground and pound, a lot of mistakes there by Anthony Richardson. Any surprises in that one, Jay? You surprised that Malik Willis comes in for Jordan Love and they still get the dub over the Colts?
I wouldn't be more surprised if my hair was sewn to the carpet.
If your hair was sewn to the carpet.
Yeah. That's Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Sewn to the carpet. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is that the official quote?
I think so. I think so.
I might have to fact check you on that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound familiar.
If my head was sewn to the carpet.
I think it's head. I don't think it's hair.
It's not hair.
Hair would be weird to sew your hair to the carpet.
Yeah, well, you'd have to use something.
You'd have to shave it off and then bundle it up and make it ability to sew.
It'd be dang near impossible for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Have to really, really thin thread and needle to make that happen. But yeah, Colts now 0-2 in the NFC South. So some work to do. Again, it's only week 2. There's a long way to go. But the Houston Texans are looking pretty good as they are 1-0 in the division. But the other 3 teams are all 0-2. Moving on to the Jets and the Titans game. Unfortunately, the Tennessee Titans dropped to 0-2. Will Levis, okay game there. The Jets just kind of were able to score late. A couple of wheels there to Breece Hall. But Aaron Rodgers gets his first victory as the New York Jets quarterback. Any surprises in that game, Jay, for you?
0.
0?
Yeah.
None?
So the Jets end up winning?
Yeah. Surprised, I just said that too.
Yeah. The Jets.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers.
What about David's Tennessee Titans? What's going on with them?
I'm not.
Same old, baby. Trash.
Don't be talking about your team like that.
Why? Keep it real always.
Yeah, they're 0-2, man.
Give me one thing positive about the Titans.
They're getting a new stadium.
We have a backup who Christmas time would be, great to have, in Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
No, the positive
Christmas
is the
joke.
defense.
Did you get it? Because his last name's Rudolph.
That's
Christmas
right.
time. Okay, just making sure.
Okay, all right,
just
all right.
making sure.
No, I like the defense. Honestly, like the fact is, if Will Levis took care of the ball, the Titans are 2-0 right here.
Absolutely.
If they take care of the ball. However, he's not doing that. If I'm Brian Callahan, I don't know how you trot him back out there. It's one thing, like a bad interception or something, but to do stuff that not even a high school quarterback will get yanked for that.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I get that maybe you feel like he's your future. It's your first year. This is, growing pains, all of that good stuff. But for 2 weeks in a row, you to make the stupidest passes that we've seen in the NFL over the last 2 weeks, I don't get it. I think that, again, the additions of Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley have been a lot of fun. The defense they're hard to get by. I mean, obviously, we don't know what the Jets have yet because they took on a really good 49ers team in week 1, a subpar team in the Tennessee Titans yesterday, and really wasn't able to get the offense going. But we're also talking about a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers who hasn't thrown for 300 yards since like week 13 of 2021. So Aaron Rodgers it's not about yards, I don't think, anymore for him as much as it is just kind of win these ball games. And he's lost a big step, right, with that Achilles injury. So the positive is the defense, but the offense is so bad that a good defense can't help you.
Yeah.
Would you rather take a quarterback he's obviously not fearful to throw the ball. Would you rather take a quarterback like that or a quarterback that's a little bit fearful to throw the ball and run with it?
It's not about him being fearful to throw the ball or
It's
not,
about making
though.
smart decisions.
Right. It's okay. You should take a sack or throw the ball out, right? Throw the ball away. You can't throw the ball away right there because that's going to be intentional grounding, but you don't throw it backwards like hoping to see a wide receiver who's got 4 other New York Jets around him. So at the end of the day, it's an is what it is thing. And I really do like what Brian Callahan has done to this point. So we'll just kind of see how it keeps rolling.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Your analysis there on the Tennessee Titans, state of the franchise with David Hayes.
Yes, sir.
But I will say that it hurts a lot less when you know that they're going to be garbage. So
yeah. It's like golf. Manage your expectations. Go out there and don't expect anything, then you're not let down.
That's right.
Everything in life goes back to managing attitude and managing expectations.
Florida FSU fans, I've got therapy lessons going for $2 an hour.
Man. Will we be able to break that on the show today? We will find out. Anyway, we talked briefly about it, but the Minnesota Vikings now 2-0 after defeating the San Francisco 49ers at home up there in Minnesota. Kind of a crazy game if you had a chance to watch it. I know it wasn't nationally televised, but just weird things happening. Niners go down. They're 4th and goal on the 1. They get stopped. 2 plays later, 1 play, I don't know if it was 1 play, 2 plays later, Darnold hits Jefferson for a 97-yard touchdown pass. Fred Warner punches out a fumble at the goal line when the Vikings were about to go up 27-7. That changed things. Niners drove all the way down the field and scored a touchdown, but just a little bit too late in the game. They were down 20-17. They couldn't get the stop with about 8 minutes to go. Vikings drive all the way down the field, kick the field goal. Niners have no timeouts left. They get ball with about 3 minutes left, and they can't win the game there, technically.
Was this on your list of losses for your team, Brian? Or
I mean, it's not unexpected given the trends. And, Sam Darnold's playing good football.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Brock didn't have a bad game. He threw for 319. He did have an interception on a tipped ball. But just Jordan Mason ran for 100 yards. But the big difference, again, was the offensive line for me. 6 sacks on Brock Purdy and 13 pressures. So for still him to get the completion of whatever 28 divided by 36 is, not a bad percentage there with getting pressured 13 times and 6 sacks. But the big difference, I'm looking very much forward to getting, hopefully Taliona Hufanga comes back this week. I know Dre Greenlaw's on the PUP, so the earliest we'll see him is in week 5, as well as Ricky Pearsall. But CMC, Jordan Mason's a fantastic back. He's a great runner. He can cut with the best of them, and he's a power running back. He trained with Fred Warner all off season, and but the thing is, he's not the catching threat that CMC is. And that changes the Niners offense a little bit. Without that, scare out of the backfield, I've seen us get a little more one-dimensional, and then I think we're seeing too, Brandon, again, a lot of pressure on Purdy, so he had to get the ball out quick most of the time, but hadn't seen a lot of action with Ayuk yet. And is that because of the missing all the preseason training camp, all those things?
Could be.
Get back David saying, just don't hold out, guys. There should be a deadline. We're going to talk to the NFL Players Association in the offseason, see if we can get that one approved.
Yes, sir.
I think if we have Jay in the negotiating room, there's no way they can say no.
That's true.
Hey, I'll go to bat.
He'll give them a very long-winded reason that they won't understand, and boom, we'll get it passed.
There you go.
We'll get it passed. But yeah. So Niners dropped to 1-1, but again, not too surprising. And I think, do you think about dropping some money on the Vikings to win the NFC North, given the state of the division right now?
I say go all in.
All in on the Vikings, man.
2-0.
You just jump. You just say how high.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Lions are 1-1. Bears are 1-1. Packers are 1-1. Minnesota out to a 2-0 lead in that division. Again, very, very early on that side of things. Speaking of more divisional games, what do we got after that one? Seahawks and the Patriots. Patriots almost took it to 2-0. Took a lot of plays from DK Metcalf and an overtime field goal from Myers to win that one. Geno Smith threw for 327 and a touchdown. DK Metcalf went for 10 receptions on 129 yards, and they got that victory in overtime, 23-20. Patriots, they're not the greatest on offense, but they got a good defense, and they're holding in there. So I think that's one of my surprises that they're doing as good as they are.
Yeah.
So won a game and almost beat the Seahawks, who are now 2-0. I don't think it's surprising to see the Seahawks 2-0 with their schedule so far. The Commanders, Jaden Daniels gets his first win of his rookie season.
How about these rookie quarterbacks, man? I'm talking about.
Well,
no, Jay, they're not good.
No.
Well, okay. Let me preface that by saying they haven't thrown any touchdowns. At least the three that we have starting in Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and in Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams did look a lot better for the first half.
For the first half. And then the second half, he's like, I don't know what to do when I'm pressured.
Yeah, he was, the kid he's got some great escapability.
He's an athlete. There's no doubt.
But don't just throw the ball away, because every time you throw the ball when you're on the run like that, it ends up in the hands of the defense.
Yep.
But I was thankful for it.
Yeah.
Shout out Hard Rock. So
there you go. Yeah, no, it was a better weekend this weekend, that's for sure.
How about the
last
kickers
2 weekends
this year?
have been pretty good for me.
Yeah, my last weekend was not, so I'm feeling better after this weekend. Yeah, the kickers, man.
Oh,
kickers,
my gosh.
They've made, I think I saw a stat, it was like 33 out of 37 from 50 plus to start, early on. And Fairbairn, he's 4 for 4, and 3 of them were over 50 yards.
Yeah.
These guys are kicking field goals like it's nothing.
Dude, if you think about it.
And there's a lot of rookie kickers, too, this year.
They watched the World Cup this last year.
Yeah.
Well, think about this for a second. This is crazy. All right, so you start at the 30? Do you start at the 30 or 25?
You start at the 30 if you kick a touchback or you kick it through the end zone.
Okay. Well, then all you got to do is make it like 20 more yards if you got somebody kicking 61 yards. Right?
50. Field goal from the 50 is, that's what, plus 17?
17,
yeah. So that's
never mind.
67.
Okay. I got you.
Be tough. I think
we almost saw the 71 from Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey is all these kickers, it's the year of the kicker.
It is.
It's the year of the kicker.
I agree.
Lots of rookies, too.
Yeah.
The Vikings kicker was a rookie from Alabama, Will Reichard.
Yeah. That's why I was going to say that's why Minnesota's one of my new teams. But honestly, I look across the league and it's just like, plenty of Bama players.
Just Bama. There's Bama players everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Everywhere.
I would say San Francisco might have like one of the least amounts of them.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. We had the tight end for a little bit, but he's not on the roster anymore. Forget his name.
Irv Smith?
Was it no, I don't know. Anyway.
Cameron Latu?
Yes. He was, but I don't know. He might be on there. He might not. I don't know. But yeah, there's especially on the Houston Texans.
Yeah, Toto,
Will
Anderson.
And Will Anderson.
I love it.
I had not to talk about it, but we gotta go. But I had a parlay. I had Will Anderson getting a sack. He had a sack on like the first drive, and then
pummeled him.
I had Caleb Williams under like 232.5 or something like that, receiving or passing yards, which seems like a no-brainer. And the one that didn't hit was a Joe Mixon anytime touchdown. If you would have told me the leg that wouldn't have hit, I would have never said that one. That would have been the easiest leg, and that's sometimes how it goes.
It is.
But I've lowered my units, so I'm having more fun.
Yes, that's the dang truth about it.
And it's you don't always have to go for the home run. You just slowly build it up.
That's right.
Bunt, baby, bunt.
And play small ball in your betting world. But we got to go ahead and take a quick break. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
You voted, and we thank you for making the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley the most popular radio show in the official 2024 Community Choice Awards. As the Best of Bay winner, we'll continue to bring you the most fun, entertaining, and positive radio show in Bay County and the Panhandle. The Inside Drive is live and local. Weekdays 11 to 1 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
Do you suffer from political talk radio fatigue?
We know that under the 99% rate, the U.S. economy is
Tune into the most fun and exciting new radio show on the Gulf Coast. It's The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And now to the stage, Jay Henley, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Jay, what are we going to do the rest of the week?
I don't know.
I'm just going to pretend you're here.
Are you?
Because you don't really say a whole lot about the games anyway.
It's
So.
Jay's tip of the
Hey,
week.
we might have to do that in the Afternoon Delight Debrief segment.
Sure, why not?
We'll give you 15.
All right.
All right?
Yeah,
That's
I'll
a
think
gift.
about it.
That's a gift.
Okay.
Did you? I don't know. Maybe you did, because this isn't really too sports related. I mean, it is, but it's not. In the Green Bay Packers Colts game, did you see the center threw up on the ball right before he snapped it?
No.
Snapped it to Malik Willis, and it was supposed to be a pass, and Malik took off and ran. He actually got 5 or 6 yards on the carry, and then LaFleur asked him why he didn't throw the football. It was a passing play. He's like, the guy threw up on it. He's like, I couldn't hold the ball.
I'm back. You can rally.
That's it. Hey, he did it. He got up in his block and made it happen.
That's crazy.
His little nuts.
What do you have?
I don't know. Cheeseburger. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you have?
I don't know, we're talking about like the flu or whatever it may be.
I think there was another offensive lineman on the Packers that threw up as well during that game.
Hot up there in Green Bay.
Yeah, it was like 80 plus degrees.
Yeah.
Which to us is like, okay.
Yeah, it's a normal October day.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Real quick, we got the Commanders and the Giants. We'll just go through these fast so you know, Jay. Chargers. That was probably the easiest bet of the weekend if you took the Chargers. Whatever minus, you probably ended up pretty good. Story out of that game, though, has Justin Herbert going to be okay. Some tests today coming up. We'll find out. He left the game kind of, I don't want to say I think third quarter-ish. Didn't really watch a whole lot of that game. Was just paying attention to the score. And then the Deshaun Watson-led Cleveland Browns got their win. Sloppy game, 18-13, tacking on a safety there in the final quarter to win that one. Jags now 0-2. That might be a pretty surprising 0-2 team there. The Raiders, we talked about them briefly, but they got the win 26-23 after coming back in the final quarter. I believe they had Ravens had a 10-point lead, and then the Raiders came back, won it 26-23. It looked like Lamar Jackson could have just kept running on that final play of the game, and he might have scored a touchdown. He just has all this space and then just chucked it backwards, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
That was surprising. He looked like he had it.
2 weeks in a row where it looked like, the Ravens were going to go up and win the game. And last week it was likely with a toe. Need to wear white shoes when you're
a toe
playing football and a toe and a flick.
A toe and a flick.
Yeah.
Don't flick your toes. It hurts.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or your boogers, Jay.
You got to flick those. What else you going to do with them? Eat them?
Wasn't there a horse named Flick?
That's a way to deflect the question.
There's probably a flick about a horse named Flick.
Right.
But yeah, Baltimore Ravens 0-2. Surprising?
No, they'll bounce back. I mean, they'll be there against the Chiefs come February.
Okay, well, they lost to them week 1.
Come February, huh?
Come February.
Yeah.
Wow, the Super Bowl? All AFC Super
January,
Bowl.
sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, they got 2 conference losses, and, they're down in that division now. So, hey, but again, it is early, like you said, so a long way to go.
Well, what? You got the Bengals 0-2.
Bengals are 0-2.
Ravens 0-2.
Ravens 0-2. Steelers are 2-0. And the
Browns 1-1.
Yep, Browns are 1-1.
Yeah,
So-
they've plenty of time to maneuver their way to the top.
No doubt. Early on in the season. We talked about Marvin Harrison Jr. not getting any action week 1. Well, that changed pretty much in the first quarter yesterday as the Rams the Cardinals absolutely dismantled the Rams. If you had Kyler Murray, James Conner, and Marvin Harrison Jr., kind of very similar to the other ones we were talking about, they did well there for you in your fantasy team. No doubt about it. James Conner went for 122 yards on 21 carries and a touchdown. Kyler Murray had 266 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of those to Marvin Harrison Jr., who went 4 receptions, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cardinals are 1-1. Niners are 1-1. Rams are 0-2, and the Seahawks out to an early 2-0 lead in that particular division. Steelers Broncos, sloppy game. Bo Nix, 2 interceptions. Just these rookie quarterbacks are learning that it's a lot faster in the NFL than it is in college. Caleb Williams certainly learned that last night. You can scramble around. You can't make those plays when those safeties and corners are actually some of the best out there, especially on the Texans, too. They're loaded. Singletary, all these guys back there. But, yeah, Caleb Williams, no need to press the panic button yet.
No, not at all.
But, 0-2 or 1. They're only 1-1. That's right. They beat the Titans.
Yeah, they beat the Titans. 17-point comeback in the second half by those Bears. Had nothing to do with the offense.
Nope. Completely the defense in that one. And, but a good game overall. CJ Stroud, 260. There was a Hard Rock bet over 250 yards. They boosted it to plus 100. It hit as he went for 260. And that was pretty much on that last drive as well. And then last but not least, wasn't the last game yesterday, but the Chiefs eked out the 26-25 victory on the heels, or the toes, I should say, of Harrison Butker after that pass interference call that got them into field goal range. You kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, I'm not a referee umpire, but that was legitimate.
Yeah. And some people are saying, he's entitled the ball too. Yeah, you're entitled the ball. You just can't run into the guy before the ball gets there.
Right.
So, big mistake there. And, that's the difference between Patrick Mahomes scrambling and making a throw versus a rookie quarterback scrambling and making a throw.
Yeah, that's a great point there. And the other thing I think that's getting lost on everyone is that there was 2 players prior to that play where the Chiefs completed the first down, but yet there was an offensive holding or something.
It's nice
so,
to see those.
Yeah, I mean, so it was one of those things where the Chiefs did have to battle back. You'd hate to see that, but that is one of those ones to me, those pass interferences where it's like, that should be called.
Yeah.
It's not ticky-tack.
No.
It's, it's
very obvious.
Exactly. You can't. It's you got to wait till the ball gets there, and then once that receiver touches the ball, then boom. Or try to. You can't go through the receiver, regardless if it was bang bang or whatever. So that to me, I like to see the DPIs be egregious, and I felt like that one was close to egregious.
Yeah, absolutely. Should have been called, and it was called. And, that's how it goes. Sometimes it goes.
And it doesn't win them the game necessarily because Butker's still got to make the field goal.
Still got to make the field goal.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But there is just something about how the Bengals always play the Chiefs at Arrowhead so tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. It's a very weird thing.
Looked like to me, Burrows, when he took his helmet off yesterday, he had like hair gel in his hair. Like, it's amazing how he kept that hair so right and tight. Yeah. It's crazy.
That was one of my best and worst of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst was
both.
Bengals not taking down the Chiefs. Best, Joe Burrow's hair.
That's it. That's what all the people are concerned about.
Yeah.
You're just trying to give the people what they want.
The hair looks...
Chicka slow shade.
Somebody did steal his sleeves, though, on the way into the game.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep, when he's walking through the tunnel.
How do you steal someone's sleeves?
I don't know. You walk up to him, you cut him off, and you run.
Dang, that's crazy. That's nuts. You playing women?
I mean, he had a sleeveless shirt on, but nobody stole his sleeves.
I got you.
It was a joke.
I got you.
All right, good. We'll move right along from that. But yes, I'll go through real quick the divisions. Bills are leading the AFC East 2-0. Steelers, AFC North 2-0. Houston Texans 2-0. They got a couple game lead as the Colts, the Jags, and the Titans are all 0-2. Chargers currently 2-0. Chiefs 2-0 in that division, the AFC West. On the NFC side, the Eagles can make it 2-0 tonight if they beat the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints are 2-0. The Bucs are 2-0. And then, of course, in the NFC West, you've got the 2-0 Seattle Seahawks. And then last but not least, the Minnesota Vikings 2-0. Sam Darnold. J.J. McCarthy's like, crap. They have to sit on the bench for a little while.
Right.
Well, he's injured, but still.
J.J. McCarthy is not a better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
No, and that's I think everybody's seen that pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, J.J. McCarthy does have to show it for himself.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
And he'll get the opportunity for that next year. But yeah, this is Sam Darnold's team right now, and we'll see how it continues to play out. But, having a good offensive line and having a wide receiver like Justin Jefferson makes all the difference in the world. It really does. And, one thing about it is when you get drafted by the Jets, you will leave with regrets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there we go.
Absolutely. So, NFC East, just recapping real quick, we got a couple minutes in this segment. You picked the Cowboys, he picked the Eagles, I picked the Commanders. They're 1-1. They're 1-1. We're okay. The Cowboys are 1-1.
You picked the Commanders to win the division?
I did.
That was just one of those.
Well, it was the trend where they win every 5 or 6 years.
Sensible.
They have a terrible record, but they win the division. But yeah, so that we're he could be off to a good start if the Eagles beat the Falcons tonight, and then you and me are 1-1. NFC West, Jay, you picked the Rams.
Good gracious.
That's ramming their head into the ground right now.
Yeah. Lost Puka Nacua, lost 3 offensive linemen. I think that was very.
Cup's going to be out for a while too.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot of. I was very high on the Rams to start the season, but they've gotten decimated with injuries.
If I'm Stafford, I'm saying trade me to the Dolphins.
That's it. There you go. There you go. And concussion land down there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Scary. But yeah, Niners go to SoFi Stadium to take on the Rams, and they're already a 7-point favorite in that game. So that's a big line early on. But the Rams are just too many injuries. It's tough to overcome. The NFC South, you went with the Bucs. Bucs are 2-0.
All right.
We went with the Falcons. We'll see if they can go 1-1 after tonight, but we shall see.
I don't know about that Falcons pick no more.
I just don't know about Kurt. I need to see a little more mobility in the pocket from him moving around a little bit. But we shall
see Penix.
Yeah, hey.
No, that's way too early.
I know. Michael Penix is sitting on the bench watching all these other rookie quarterbacks. Like, I might just, I might chill, learn a little bit, and then come in a year or so.
Smart. I think that really is the smartest way to go about it.
Yeah, absolutely. NFC North, Jay, you picked the Bears. I picked the Packers, and David picked the Lions. We're both 1-1.
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings, nobody took them. Nobody thought it was going to happen. AFC.
I did have them. I was high on the Vikings.
Yeah.
But
you have been, and you've been very a big Sam Darnold guy.
But the Lions, though, I still think are the class of that division.
Yeah, no doubt. They just made some mistakes. The 12 men on the field after the halftime, 10-second run. You lost potentially at least 3 points, potentially 7 points on that particular one, and the game ended up being a difference of 4. AFC East, Dolphins, Jets. I don't know if any of that's going to come to fruition.
Who picked the Jets?
Patriots, baby.
He picked the Jets.
Did he?
Yeah, I did pick the Jets. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, you never know. It's just week 2. AFC West, 2 Chiefs and a Raiders. Raiders are what, 1-1?
Yep.
Yeah. Not bad.
Lost week 1 to the Chargers and then got the win yesterday against the Ravens on the road, which I don't think is getting kind of talked about a lot.
No doubt.
Where's Willie Nelson when you need him?
Seriously, on the road again.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he is, boy.
Man, good for
you.
Rolling.
You are in a good spot, though, in the AFC South, because you took the Texans, David took the Colts, and I took the Jags, and they're both 0-2, and the Texans are 2-0.
Everyone in the AFC South right now is 0-2 outside of the Texans.
And then David and you took the Ravens, and I took the Browns. So we'll see how that all shakes out. Got some, again, it's week 2 is over. Week 3, well, it's not over yet. We got one more game tonight, but yeah, long way to go in a young NFL season. Don't be thinking your team's going to win the Super Bowl, and don't think your team's going to lose.
That's right.
Super Bowl either. Long way to go. There's a few that might, but
I can tell you one thing: the Titans are in neither one of those categories because they have no opportunity to get to the Super Bowl and lose it.
It's true. There's probably a couple.
Have faith.
You gotta have faith. All right, we'll go to a break. When we get back, the Afternoon Delight debrief is coming up. You listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
We got a winner, Wildcat. Who we got? Good morning.
Good morning.
Who is this?
This is Lance.
Hey, Lance, congratulations. You got yourself 4 tickets to go to, you said Chomp On, right? Good job.
Yes, sir. Chomp On.
All right, I got to ask you. I always ask whoever calls, what's your team? Who do you love?
Weekday morning, 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Monday. A possibility of thunderstorms and light rain this afternoon and evening with a wind coming out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour and the high of 81. Tonight, look for a variety of some clouds and a chance of thunderstorms with a temperature near 73. Tomorrow, a high around 82 and scattered thunderstorms. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Life can take us so many places. And at Panama City Toyota, we're here to make sure every drive is worth every minute.
Maybe you want a fun, fuel-efficient car for everyday driving. Or you need a dependable vehicle that really gets the job done. Sometimes it's all about answering the call of the wild. And when you're ready to shop, reserve your vehicle online and choose your options. Or we'll help you in person, even if you started the process at home.
Whatever works for you, always works for us.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
And now, the Afternoon Delight debrief with the 3 degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon Delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon Delight.
And we are back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 104.3 in Panama City Beach and Panama City and all the surrounding areas on this little bit cooler, little bit little bit overcast day. There's some stuff out in the Gulf, but it hasn't moved in yet. Hopefully it stays out there and doesn't come ashore, as we say. But you can listen to all your weather information. Joanna does a great job keeping you up to date here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You can also find us on social media. That's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All you got to do is search up ESPN Northwest Florida. Boom. There it is right there for you. You can also download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. All you got to do is search 104.3 and download that bad boy. That way, if you are not at, I believe it's at Tommy Oliver Stadium coming up this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And, you can listen to the Mosley Dolphins, David Hayes, Kyle Wright calling that game Friday, not Thursday. Friday. There you go. Tommy Oliver Stadium, right?
Tommy Oliver Stadium against Escambia.
Escambia.
Yay.
Escambia High.
Yay. That's exactly my thoughts. Yay.
Yay. Yeah, but you got to have that mobile app if you're not in your car or at home or, want to watch it on Facebook on your phone. You can just do it on the mobile app.
Or come get a live view. Sit there at Tommy Oliver Stadium on the home side and just focus on the glass behind you.
There you don't even have to look at the field. Just look at the glass, put your headphones on, boom.
We'll wave at you. Joseph Chima, he's the nose tackle for the defense. His mom was out there Thursday evening. Well, I'm sure she's there at every game. But she had the 75 T-shirt on, and they were just sitting there like he recovered a fumble, and she's just going wild down there, and we're giving her shout outs and
love
stuff.
It.
It's
man, that's cool.
I love seeing the parents get into it, man. It's the best.
No doubt.
And the bands are awesome.
Yeah,
as always. That's one of my other favorite. That's my favorite part of halftime. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, favorite part of halftime.
Yeah,
the songs of the South.
I do like it.
Sound of the Southland.
Mm-hmm. Sweet potato pie.
Shut my mouth.
Speaking of shutting your mouth,
gotta have faith.
You better play that coming in the next. Just play that in the background of every segment. It's such a good upbeat song.
It is.
It really gets you in the mood.
It does.
To have a better day.
Yes.
If you were having a bad day.
That's right.
But if you weren't having a bad day, it'd make your day even better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know what bad days are anymore.
Yeah.
Bad days are choices.
Hey, that's exactly right. Ever since I've been hanging around Ryan, it's like
choices.
You got a choice.
Yeah.
Every day.
You do.
Some people don't know if they do or not, but you always do.
Yes, you do.
Always do. Anyway, speaking of choices, you don't have a choice when you want to go get your car fixed or buy a new car. That's Bill Kramer, GM, right there at the corner.
You can walk.
You could. You could. We got a great local transportation system here in Bay County. The Bayway. Anyway, we're not plugging them. We are plugging Bill Kramer, GM. You can check them out at the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd Street. The 25s need room to come in, so the 24s got to go. Great rates, great deals, great trading values. All you got to do is head over there. They will make it easy and take great care of you. A little breezier this morning, but hopefully you want to get back out on the water. Fishing is still a big go right now in our area. And if you don't have a boat, but if you do have a boat and you need it fixed, Jay, where are you going?
You're going to Kramer Marine and Outdoor.
No doubt about it. You may not even have to go to them because they're mobile service. They'll come to you. They'll get your boat fixed up. If you're just looking to buy a boat, new or used, they carry a great line of Seabourn, Spider, Sundance, and Skeeter. You can check out all that new and used inventory at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com or give them a call, 850-851-0453. All right, Jay, you got any fun afternoon delight debriefs? You kind of gave us one in the first segment.
That was kind of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time.
I love these fun facts, and
my life is just fun facts.
Yeah,
I just regurgitate fun facts to people
absolutely.
all day long.
I've never been to New York City.
You've never been to the Big Apple?
I never have. I would love to.
Might need to wait a few years, but
yeah, maybe. I do want to go to like New Year's Eve celebration just to say I've done it.
But, do you like people?
Sometimes,
because is people like you're just jam packed in like a sardine.
Ugh, man, I can't imagine. I mean, where do you go to the bathroom?
You just go.
Do you just go?
Depends.
Yeah, David with that.
That's what Scott Hansen uses.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't he just like not drink for like
he dehydrates
12 hours prior?
He has a Diet Coke and a cup of coffee, I believe, in a glass of water.
Just those three things I'd have to pee.
Yeah, but he urinates one time before the show starts.
Gotcha.
Actually, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Diuretic. But yeah, he had a 10 spot in the opening segment yesterday.
A 10?
Decabox.
A Decabox, yeah.
Oh,
it was decadent.
It was beautiful. He does such a good job. Anyway, go ahead.
New York City. It would take nearly 23 years to dine at every restaurant in New York City. That's crazy.
I wonder what they use the time to eat as to determine that 23 years.
So that would be 1 time per day, not 3 meals a day.
So you could really do it a lot less than that.
Yeah,
you could cut that by a third essentially.
Yeah,
you could.
So
you
I
could
get
do
down to like 7.23 years, something like that.
Oh my gosh, you're right on it, dude. Have you seen?
No, it's division.
It's just division. I gotcha. Well,
you used to work at NASA.
Yeah. Right. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
8,282 restaurants listed.
Whew.
Is that crazy?
5 boroughs of New York City, man. It's a lot of restaurants, a lot of pizza places, a lot of famous pizza places.
Yep.
Or original pizza places.
Right.
Nothing better than
Not so original.
Yeah.
Not so original. But anyways, yeah, maybe one day I'll get a chance to go up there and maybe knock off a few of those restaurants.
Would you want to spend 7 2/3 years in New York City?
No, I don't think so. But hey, I can't knock it because I've never tried it.
That's true. I think you would enjoy just the people watching there.
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of new people there too.
New?
Yeah, they don't belong. But that's neither here nor there. All right, this is sports.
Gotta have faith.
Gotta have faith. Cats. Twins, minor, this is crazy. Twins cut minor leaguer for telling opposing batters incoming pitches in a crucial game.
And what are they teaching over there at the school where he went to?
The Chanticleers. Derek Bender. He was a 6th-round pick in the 2024 draft. So that's why I wanted to bring this up, because he had a great season for us, but he reportedly just wanted the season to be over. The Minnesota Twins reportedly are moving on from a 2024 draft pick after just a few months in their organization. ESPN's Kylie McDaniel and Jeff Passan reported Thursday that the Twins released minor league catcher Derek Bender after he told opposing batters the type of pitch that was coming to the plate during a game that eliminated his team from Florida State League contention. The Fort Myers Mighty Muscles. Do you have a Mighty Muscles hat?
No, I don't, but I got
You do have Mighty Muscles. Yeah, no doubt.
No,
doubt.
I got a Biloxi Shuckers.
Biloxi Shuckers, that's the one I was thinking of. But yes, the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles, the Twins' low A affiliate, were battling the Lakeland Flying Tigers on September 6th in the second game of a doubleheader when Bender told multiple opposing hitters the exact pitch that was coming. The Flying Tigers scored 4 runs in the second inning and won the game 6-0 to eliminate the Mighty Muscles from playoff contention. Fort Myers coaches were informed of Bender's self-inflicting pitch tipping by Lakeland coaches after the game. ESPN also reported that Bender had told teammates he just wanted the season to be over. Bender, selected by Minnesota in the 6th round, 188th overall, out of Coastal Carolina, batted 200, 273, and 333 in 19 games for the Fort Myers this season. He hit 320, 422, and 520 with 11 homers and 63 RBIs in 60 games for the Chanticleers in his final collegiate season.
Wow. That's crazy.
Maybe he was just on a bender.
There you go.
Right.
He was tired, man. He just wanted to get some rest. Leave the guy alone. He didn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of not a great way to get to the league.
Competitive spirit.
I'll show you. Yeah. Hey, bud, here comes a fastball.
Yeah.
Low and outside.
Low and outside. Oh.
Just a bit outside.
I mean, they should suspend the players for trusting the information.
There you go. Yeah. See, he could have been lying.
Yeah. How do they know?
Well, because they
told him.
They hit a rocket.
You gotta.
Here's a food for thought. Is it weird to think that people who are 5 foot tall are only 5 subways long?
Yeah,
that's a little.
When they're shorter,
that's crazy, huh? Just 5 foot longs, man, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
5 subs.
Yep.
Although no, the food shrinkage nowadays, though, they might not quite be the foot long anymore.
That's true. Yeah. What do you think? They're like 10 inches long?
I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of places that it's getting. These portions are shrinking.
I would agree with that. Yeah. Which, I mean, maybe we need that.
Well, yeah, from a dietary standpoint.
Maybe.
Well, it's also because all their stuff costs so much. In order to not have to raise their prices through the roof, they have to cut somewhere because.
That's how I want to start measuring people in foot longs.
Yeah, just carry around a dehydrated
you look
Subway
tall,
sandwich.
Brother. I think you're about 7 of them.
You would need a, do they still do the 6 foot one you can get like for a platter? When they remember the old 6 foot?
Oh,
yeah. We used to get those for youth group all the time.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Caveman Rick says, remember, Subway got busted for their sandwiches not being a foot long, and that's why I claim to be 6'2".
In Subway sandwich terms.
I like it.
I like it. That's good. That's good.
I'm 6 2/5 of a Subway sandwich.
All right, listen, man, this is weird, dude. This is weird. Why is it that a sub always tastes better, like whenever if you take a foot long,
okay,
all right, it doesn't taste as good, but when you cut it in half, it tastes like okay. It tastes a little better. But then when you quarter it into like four different ones, like it tastes better for some reason.
There's actually science behind that.
No way.
Yeah, it's called footlong phenomena.
Okay.
And when you quarter something up, you get to the end of the sandwich, when you get to the end of that one bite, your brain is like, I want more. So if you eat it in 6 inches, right, it's taking you longer to get to the end. So your brain is kind of getting tired of it by the time that you end up getting to the
Man, I'm really trying to believe this.
No, that's true.
Is it?
That's true. Yeah, and in additional to that phenomenon, when you cut it into quarters, a lot of people will eat the knuckles first.
Yeah.
Because the knuckle, you're just disappointed. So when you cut the sandwich in half and you eat from the middle of the sandwich to the end, by the time you get to the end, there's not a lot of meat left, a lot of toppings, and it kind of sucks. But when you quarter it with this, foot-long phenomena, that allows you to eat the knuckle sides first. So then your last two are just pure goodness.
Okay.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part B of the footlong phenomenon.
And I'm one of the weird ones because I actually like the ends better because that's like where, I just like when there's like that mixture of mayonnaise and mustard, and I feel like there's more of that at the ends than there is in the middles.
I got you. So y'all are on board with me saying that quarter, if you quarter it up, that foot long,
it's a scientific fact. It's the foot long phenomenon.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Yeah, we're completely on board.
I'm always on board with science.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you are, David.
Real science. That's real science.
Anyway.
Sports science.
Yeah.
Ooh,
or sandwich science.
Footlong phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up on Wikipedia. It's there. We literally just read it off of Wikipedia.
Knuckleheads talking about knuckle ends of a sandwich. Chef Ross. I would say Caveman Rick's comment.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that one off the air, unfortunately. But yeah, no,
he'll say it later this week at some point.
Tune in to the Afternoon Underdogs Monday through Friday, and it'll probably happen. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Oh, dog it.
That was good though. You need a lot of footlongs to measure Wemby.
Oh gosh,
that'd be expensive nowadays.
That would be.
Yeah,
a whole week for a whole week.
I can't even remember the last time that I had a sandwich from said place.
Yeah. I think we've determined the name of the place.
Yeah, but I'm not going to keep saying it.
No.
They are green and yellow.
The one that I actually prefer, now this one's way more expensive, I prefer the one from my home state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Something about that meat. And the lettuce.
Oh,
and the onions.
Yeah. There is.
Roast beef, lettuce, onion, banana pepper, oil, vinegar, oregano, salt, pepper. I'm going to have to look on Facebook.
Yeah, that's a Facebook Rick. Caveman Rick's comments.
Yes.
Go see Facebook and you'll know what I just busted. I thought my mic was off. Sorry about that.
Caveman.
100% agree with Caveman's last comment. Jersey Mike is the best around here. I would agree.
Yeah, I'll say Jersey Mike's because
they're expensive as heck.
But number 11, the stick ball, that's my favorite one, and I love to have it. What's it, Mike's Way?
Yeah, and the Giant.
Oh well, yeah.
The Giants. You eat 3/4 of the Giant, and you're pretty full.
Yeah.
And I always push the needle and eat that last because you can't just leave 1/4.
No,
that quarter would be upset. And I would defy the footlong phenomenon. That's bigger than a footlong, though.
Yeah, it is. It's much bigger than footlong. But I'll also say this: as long as I don't have, and really, this isn't 100% true. What I was going to say is, as long as it doesn't have lettuce on it, which I love having lettuce on it, but there's something about when you put lettuce that's on a sandwich into the fridge and have it for later, it kind of just gets all soggy and everything.
Yep.
But I do love a leftover sub and let that mayonnaise kind of ruminate into the bread a little bit. Oh, yes, sir, Bob. Yes, sir.
I just love the combination of some olive oil and red wine vinegar.
Oh, boy, I could drink it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Salt, pepper, oregano. Yes, I am from New Jersey too, Caveman Rick, and they do a great job of capturing the New Jerseyness there.
Yeah.
Ryan Warren with a good comment. We need to get that sandwich shop that is the opposite of Skinny's on here.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. They're right down the street.
Right.
All those restaurants really should be advertising with us, but
I kind of take the dollar an inch kind of approach. If it's more than $1 an inch, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard for me to pull the trigger on it.
A lot of makes me want to go to the office. I just think of The Office and Michael Scott when you say that.
It's really easy. A lot of people in Vegas do that too. Yeah.
Do they?
They pay for that,
Yeah. Right. $1 an inch. I mean,
Publix, you can't go wrong with them either, but still the bread at said other sandwich shop for me is what does it.
I agree.
And Publix is great.
But it's a little hard.
It does. It's not always. The bread's got to have that. Yeah.
It does.
Yes. Yeah. That we just divulged into that, Caveman Rick. I would put that. I would put it above the first place we were talking about that has the 6 foot subs.
Okay.
I'd go JMPS. That would be my order for here.
Right.
Now, local delicatessens up in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Homemade red wine vinegar,
bacon, egg, and cheese on a salt bagel. Oh. Goodness gracious.
Yes, sir.
Don't get me started.
Now, are these up in Jersey? Are they like in a cart, like on the side of the street?
No, they're in a delicatessen.
Oh, okay. I got you.
No, you're thinking of New York City again. You're thinking of hot dog things.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe, the cat rotisserie. It's one of those things. You just never know. You never know. They're Havana Bolt. Yeah. It's good stuff.
We used to be Sylvester that got Tweety. Now it's everyone else getting Sylvester.
Yeah. Hey. Fish got to eat.
Suffering sugar cash.
Birds got to swim.
That's right.
Birds got to eat. Fish got to swim.
Yes, sir.
Cats got to die. All right, real quick, I'll do a odd news one for us. You want to do new set of endangered cotton-top tamarin triplets born at Disney World, or do you want to do bull loose after North Carolina parking lot escape? Or this is an interesting one. IG Nobel Prize winners include research into butt breathing and coin flips.
Whoa. IG, does that stand for Instagram?
I'm going to find out because we're going to go with that one. All right. Again, this is from Odd News. IG, it's big I, little g, Nobel Prize winners include research into butt breathing and coin flips. The Journal of Improbable Research announced last year's IG Nobel Prize winners, including a team who researched mammals that breathe through their butts. The 34th first annual IG Nobel Prize ceremony, a tongue-in-cheek celebration of unusual scientific achievements, was held Thursday at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It was held at MIT, so it must be a legitimate thing. The ceremony, inspired by, not though affiliated with Nobel Prizes, was held in person after being held virtually for the past 3 years. 10 prizes were awarded at the ceremony, which also was live streamed on YouTube. This year's Peace Prize was posthumously awarded to B.F. Skinner for his 1960 research into whether live pigeons could be housed inside missiles to guide their path flights.
Important research.
Very important. The Botany Prize went to Jacob White and Felipe Yamashita for finding evidence that some real plants imitate the shapes of neighboring artificial plastic plants. The Anatomy Prize went to a team of scientists from France and Chile for studying whether the hair on the heads of most people in the northern hemisphere swirls in the same direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, as the hair on heads of most people in the southern hemisphere.
So it's kind of like toilets or whatever, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
This the research you didn't know we needed.
This is the research we didn't need, indeed. This year's Medicine Prize went to Livian A. Schenk, Tameen Fadai, and Christian Bushel for demonstrating that fake medicine causes painful side effects to be more effective than fake medicine that does not cause painful side effects. I gotta read that one more time.
It's just
for demonstrating that fake medicine that causes painful side effects can be more effective than fake medicine that does not cause painful side effects. Okay, I understand it now. The Nobel Prize.
Glad one of us does.
Yeah. The Nobel Physiology Prize was presented to a team of U.S. and Japanese researchers for discovering that many mammals are capable of breathing through their anus. The Probability Prize went to the University of Amsterdam researcher František Bartos and his team for studying the results of 350,757 coin flips and determining coins are slightly more likely to land on the same side they started from. The Chemistry Prize went to Tess Haramas, Antonio Deblias, and Danielle Bond and Sonder Worserson for using chromatography and to separate drunk and sober worms. Very important. Saul Justin Newman was awarded the demography, I don't know, prize. Demographilus prize for his research finding many of the people famous for having the longest lives lived in places that had lousy birth and death record keeping. Fair. The final award, the final award before we got to go ahead and take a quick break. The biology prize was given to Fordyce Eli and William E. Peterson for their 1941 research that involved exploding a paper bag next to a cat, then standing on the back of a cow to explore how and when the cow spews their milk.
Is that milk? Is that what they're spewing?
I guess. I don't know.
I thank God every day I'm just a good old Southern boy that lives in Panama City, Florida.
Man, you gotta have faith, brother.
The research we didn't know we
Oh,
needed.
my God.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're taking the Inside Drive.
Okay, front nine's over, so now I'm going to play better. Or, I hope I keep playing better on the back nine. It's this preconceived things that we stick in our head, and it's
you eat a triple cheeseburger at the turn, and then all of a sudden,
cheeseburger
and then all of a sudden it's like your balance is off.
Well,
you know?
yeah, because you just added a bunch of counterweight.
Middays 11 to 1. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday afternoon. The rest of the day, a possibility of thunderstorms and sprinkles in 81 with a light breeze coming out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour. For tonight, a mixture of some clouds and possible thunderstorms and a low near 73. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning but otherwise scattered thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? Now remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
For the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley.
This man is destroying golf.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
You may be right, but our ratings are up and we're attracting new youthful sponsors.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to listen to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I'd say I'd be lying, David Hayes, if Liam hasn't done that celebration after playing college football online before. I'm like, you gotta not do that. Please, just do that.
A few more years.
Yeah, shoo, man. That's what I need him to do. Hitting a 3 out on the basketball court and then doing that. It's like, all right, guys, we got to go. We'll see you later on.
Oh, when's first game?
Coming up this Thursday.
Okay.
This Thursday. We got Thursday, Friday, a little double header.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we're going to make the Thursday game, though, because we're supposed to be driving up to Auburn, but it's either we go after school or we go after the game, which ends at 7:30.
So why would you miss the Thursday game?
No, the Friday game. Did I say Thursday?
You did.
The Friday, yeah. No, we'll be there for Thursday. Looking forward to it.
Who does Auburn play this week?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah.
Good chance for a loss.
Yeah. Well, Hank Brown did pretty decent this past week.
How did he do?
He did pretty well. They won handedly, as we kind of expected, but I think he threw for 3 touchdowns and, over 250. But he looked good. No interceptions. They won like they were supposed to, and that's what you want to see. Let's see. I find it here. Yeah, Hank Brown. And Jarquez finally had a good game there, but yeah, New Mexico, they played well, but Auburn had 2 interceptions and kept them in there. But Jay, the updated AP poll is out, and your Georgia Bulldogs are no longer number 1.
I think Kirby probably wants that. I would think.
Yeah. You need that bulletin board material there, but yeah. Georgia survived with that touchdown, the first touchdown, but the final touchdown, the only touchdown in the final quarter there to beat Kentucky 13-12. Carson, it's just a very defensive, old school SEC style football game, and that just goes to show you, just because something happened the week prior doesn't mean it's going to happen again. But Kentucky drops to 0-2 in the SEC, 1-3. Or 1-2 overall in the young season. Georgia now 3-0, but they have dropped to the number 2 spot there behind
Arch Mannings.
Running all the way down that football field.
Do you think he takes over the lead spot there?
No. Nope.
Not that good, huh?
I mean, he's really good, but I think it's still Quinn Ewers' team.
Gotcha.
I don't think you're unless he does something that he just starts being a really bad quarterback. I don't see him going away. But
how serious was the injury?
They actually reported it. I was listening this morning. They said it's not as bad as they originally thought.
Okay.
Just kind of a little oblique tweak, so to speak, little muscle there. So I think it'll be okay. But yeah, Arch Manning came in and did fantastic. Obviously, not the drop down opponent there that you're looking for, but anyway, they're now the number 1 team in the country. I can't really remember the last time Texas has been number 1 in an AP poll. It's been a while. I'm sure you could just quickly Google it and find it out, but it doesn't really matter. Georgia drops to number 2, like I said, after that 13-12 victory over Kentucky. Ohio State still 3, Bama still 3, Bama still 3, Bama 4, Ole Miss 5. Tennessee moves up a spot to number 6. Missouri dropped a spot down to number 7 after, I wouldn't say they struggled with Boston College, but they certainly made it a game. Missouri won that one 27-21, and I thought I was going to hit a triple there, but Boston College scored a touchdown in the 4th quarter. That got the spread. They would have covered if you bet Boston College with the points.
And I did. Thank you, LSU, for not covering the 6.
There you go. There you go. Yep. So Missouri just drops 1 spot. Still 3-0, though, on the young season. Then Miami up 2 spots after they dismantled, I think it was Ball State, I believe they played. But
yes, sir.
Now I believe Cam Ward is the betting favorite for the Heisman Trophy. We shall see.
You think that holds on? I think for some reason FSU is going to beat Miami. It's going to be the funniest thing, just to have all of these teams. So we really wish that you guys were doing good. It's more, I would say it's more fun, but I don't know. You guys are more interactive with us when your teams are doing good. But man, could you imagine the disarray if Florida State would beat Miami?
Shoo. I wouldn't be surprised.
Terrible.
We're off to a crazy start, that's for sure. But Cam Ward plus 550 to win the Heisman now. He's moved slightly ahead of Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe from Ole Miss and Alabama, both plus 700. And then Nico Iamaleava, I'm sure that wasn't right, is plus 850. Dylan Gabriel plus 900. Carson Beck, who was an early favorite in the start of the season, has now dropped to plus 1,200 in the Heisman ratings there. Rounding out your top 10 behind Miami, who moved up 2 spots, the Oregon Ducks got a solid victory there in the Civil War, the rivalry games early in the season. Now conference realignment has totally messed all that stuff up, but Oregon hanging out at number 9. Penn State dropped 2 spots in a bye week. USC maintained at 11, Utah 12, Kansas State up 1, Oklahoma State down 1. Neither team lost. They both won. One victory was a little bit better than the other. Oklahoma 3-0, LSU 2-1. They stayed at 16. Notre Dame moved up a spot at 2-1. Michigan dropped a spot, 2-1. Louisville stayed at number 19. Iowa State up 1 spot to number 20. Clemson up 1 spot to number 21. Nebraska up 1 to 22. Northern Illinois moved up 2 spots after emerging in the top 25 last week to number 23, followed by Illinois and Texas A&M.
Wow.
Anything surprising in there for you, Jay?
No, it'll be interesting to see if anyone goes undefeated this season. I don't think it's possible.
I think it's possible.
You think it's possible?
I think it's possible.
No.
But
which team is the most likely
to go undefeated?
Yeah,
probably
Liberty.
Liberty?
Yeah,
really?
That's why I have them. That's why I have them getting that final spot, even though they play a very weak schedule. But
I think Memphis is the team that's going to end up getting that G5 playoff spot, because I think that they can get in over Liberty with depending on what loss it is that they take.
Yeah,
because Liberty doesn't play anyone from the Power 4.
It's true. It's true. And Florida and Memphis beat a team for the Power 4.
Yeah, sure.
Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know who it was.
It's the only Power 4 team that has not won a game yet in college football.
Oh, boy.
Out of all the teams in the Big 10, the Big 12, the ACC, and the SEC, the 4 State Seminoles are the only one without a win yet. Who had that on their bingo card?
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Bingo.
What about your Florida Gators, Jay? Is today the day? It's been reported that Billy Napier will be told to hit the road today.
Oh.
Nothing is broke yet, but...
Where you at, Travis? We need our updates.
He's the one that told me. He's the one that told me that's going to happen. I've seen a few other reports.
I've seen a lot of people talking about it, yeah.
So they had to raise like $25 million for the buyout?
It's not hard to.
Right on time.
There he is. It's not hard. It's not hard. Travis, you got to go quick because I got a lot more to get through.
Hey, so just to let you know, he has not been fired yet. He just did a press conference.
Signs are looking up for Billy.
That's maybe that's his final press conference.
That's so dumb.
What do you think?
So dumb.
What do you think?
I think he should have been out yesterday. The day before that, the night of the game, should have been done.
When he started Graham Mertz, he should have been escorted off the field?
I don't even think that. I mean, if you start Graham Mertz and you are...
If you were going to pull him at the end of the first quarter, why'd you start him in the first place?
What about the old switcheroo there, Travis? What about taking Norville to Florida and then Napier to FSU?
Hot takes with Jay.
If Norville steps foot in Gainesville, I promise you I'm going to lose my crap.
At least the Saints are good.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Saints, man. They're Super Bowl. Bet them.
I'm actually excited. I'm not going to say Super Bowl because I do not want to ruin my chances. But
regardless, the Super Bowl will be there.
It's true.
I did not have them beating the Cowboys 44-19. I did have them beating them, but I did not think it was going to be the offensive performance that it was.
The Cowboys are always good for one, letdown in the regular season. Sometimes two.
Well, that's what everybody's saying now to discredit the Saints.
No. I mean, I'm not discrediting them. They got whooped last year.
I know you're not.
Yeah. I mean,
I know you're not, but like the first game, they're like, "Oh, it's the." Then the Cowboys are good. Everybody's like talking up the Cowboys, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well they beat the Browns handedly. They were pretty good. They looked good. They were firing like they should." And then the Saints tear them up, and they're like, "Oh well, it's the Cowboys."
Yeah.
They lose from time to time. So
they do.
Say that would be 100% of teams in the NFL.
Yeah. Not. When's the last time we had an undefeated team? The Patriots in the regular season?
Regular season wise, yeah.
Dolphins, obviously, 72 were the last time we had a team go all the way. But it's just, you're going to win, you're going to lose. It's the NFL. Hopefully you win more than lose and go from there. But, man, I think you were an offensive coordinator away from really showing what your weapons can do.
I've officially changed my fantasy team's name.
Yeah.
It went from fire Dennis Allen to keep Dennis Allen.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's changed my mind.
So Billy Napier could do the same thing.
There's not even a chance.
Oh, Billy.
Like, he could win the rest of the season, and I still don't think I still don't want him. And the reason is because he's just going to start next season the same way he started this season.
Yeah, I think it's just there's too much rumbling about it. There's too many people calling for it, and this is his third year.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And USA Today's already put out news. Like, this is news from there that the boosters have already got the buyout money.
Oh, I'm sure they've been sitting on that one to start the season.
USA yesterday said that they think Billy Napier is going to last the whole season.
And then yesterday there was a meeting. I can't remember what they called them, but I just had heard that some kind of meeting. Anyway, it was an emergency meeting.
A sit down? A sit down?
Calling him out on the carpet.
Closed door meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, it was some. Shoot, it left my mind as soon as I start talking about it. But it was some kind of meeting that was called, and usually, from what I heard on the podcast that I was on, he said usually when that meeting's called, it's going down.
Yeah.
Like it's going downhill. It's not coming back. But with a loss to Mississippi State this week, I feel like they got to.
I mean, if he loses to Mississippi State this week, they got to not let him go talk to the team.
Send him on a rocket at that point, just like Toledo did.
Yeah. You're right. Just get with Elton John and save those guys up at the International Space Station.
But believe it or not, I still think we lose in Starkville. Even though they just got blown out by Toledo, I still think we lose. No, I said I wanted us to lose to Texas A&M until this game started, and I was like, all right, now I really just want us to win.
It's that double-edged sword, right? You want your team to win, but you want your coach to be fired, so your coach ain't going to be fired if you win the game. So, yeah, tricky situation. At least your rival there to the northwest is absolutely a dumpster fire. So making y'all's situation
even worse because I can't enjoy it correctly.
Yeah, I like that.
I just don't understand what do your team to win, even if it's to fire to get your coach fired or whatever. Like with the Titans, all right, I know that they're bad, but I'm not sitting there outside of bets and stuff like, man, I hope the Titans lose today so we can get that number one pick because all these number one picks really change the dynamics. What you need to do is you need to get the number 2 and the number 3 pick, and that's how you change your society.
Number 1 pick track records aren't so good.
That Scott Strickland is a very, very lenient AD. So if Billy starts winning, or wins even a couple, he's going to have a reason to say, hey, look, he's doing something.
What was
I do not want that to happen.
I don't know if you sent it to me or not, but what was the thing about Scott Strickland and basically since he took over, it was the record or something like that? I don't know if you saw that or not, compared to his predecessor, and it was like completely night and day.
It was horrible. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was absolutely it was like 38 to 56 since he's been there, and I don't remember the other one. I've seen it scrolling across.
Yeah, it was like kind of the flip opposite of that, I think. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's Florida, UCF, and Miami, man. They might be the new real deals here in the state.
Could be.
We shall see. Local Randy Pittman there. Travis, we got about 2 minutes, then we're going to fly through in this last segment. Who's your most surprising 0-2 team right now in the NFL?
Most surprising 0-2?
Yeah, because we got a lot of teams that are 2-0, and a few are surprising. But who's the most surprising team that is currently 0-2 for you? You got the Ravens, the Bengals, all of the AFC South except for the Texans. You got the Broncos as well, the G-Men, the Panthers, and the Rams. Those are your 0-2 teams.
I got to say the Giants. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, Ravens got to be my big pick there.
Yeah.
I mean, with Lamar and I guess just the way they've lost too. It's not been big, the toe.
They just look a little out of sorts with some of their play calling, and it's like, do we let Lamar run? Do we hand it off to Derrick Henry? What exactly? Because you bring Derrick Henry in to score touchdowns down there. You get him to be your power back to grind things out, and it's just, I don't know. It's weird, but again, it's week 2.
That game sorry.
No, go ahead.
That game last night about put me to sleep. I'll tell you that. I don't know why. It was so boring to me.
A lot of lower scoring games, a couple higher scoring games too. But yeah, and me and David are kind of on the same pedestal with our NFL versus college as far as the actual games themselves. So
it's like this: if there was one game on Saturday and on Sunday, or let's say that college football and NFL are playing on the same day, there's a chance I might pick college football depending on who the two teams are.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is the overall, the sitting and watching Sunday and all of the one-score games and the games that you're just like, whoa, who would have expected that to happen, happens more in the NFL. Like, I think Tyler Bishop has one of the best arguments for college football, and I'll read that off another day because it'll be me and Ryan a lot this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, Travis, we got to go ahead and take a quick break. We appreciate you getting a call. Congrats on your early success there with the Saints, and hopefully they fire Billy by the end of the day.
Hope so. We can only hope.
There you go. I just saw a report, though, that came through on Bleach Report. Billy Napier hasn't spoken to anyone about job security amid rumors have gathered $26 million for his buyout. So there you go. That's the latest. Travis, have a great rest of your day. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive. When we get back, we got to find out how we did last week, Jay Hanley. You're going to call in on Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. You're listening to The Inside Drive, home with the Atlanta Braves. We'll be right back.
Every word you say, I can't help but think of yesterday.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
You owe the IRS back taxes, and dealing with the IRS stresses you out. Fortunately, IRS Problem Relief can help you resolve back taxes and represent you to the IRS so you don't have to face them alone. Last year, IRS Problem Relief saved clients drowning in tax debt. And IRS Problem Relief is a local company right here in Panama City, not some 800 number where you can never talk to the same person twice. Put those problems behind you so you can focus on moving forward. Call Edward Corey with IRS Problem Relief, 850-784-8176. For a free consultation, call Edward Corey with IRS Problem Relief. It's 850-784-8176 or visit irsproblemrelief.com.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Have a quick stretch first.
The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey.
Must have pulled something playing hoops last week.
And Jay Henley.
I know you're not putting that rock up from here. You ain't got no Jay.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to The Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, Jay. let's fly a little bit through some of this stuff here, because I want to talk a little bit about the Monday Night Football game tonight as well, and get your thoughts on which bird will come out victorious. All right, week 3, you had 12, David had 15, I had 16. I would like to say it changed, but we're about to find out. We started with FSU at Memphis. My dumb butt picked FSU. I was trying to will them. Now, my betting side of things was a little different. But y'all both picked Memphis. I picked FSU. 1-1-0. Next game, we all picked Missouri. They won over Boston College 27-21. The next game, David was trying to will, just like I did with Florida State. He did it with Florida, trying to will them over Texas A&M. And you and I both picked Texas A&M. So you started 4-0. David and I both started 3-1.
Did I just see a pig fly out the window?
No kidding. I know.
Just wait. Things start to change. Because he picked the Temple Owls over the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
And that's where it all begins.
Coastal Carolina won that 28-20 in Lincoln Financial Field. Pretty cool there for the Chants to play at the home with the Philadelphia Eagles. Does Temple play all their home games there, or just a good bit
I
of
believe so.
Okay. There you go.
I'll ask Austin Siegel, who works for Temple.
Perfect.
Yep.
That'll be a good question to know. But that was cool.
He's director of football operations.
Wow. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's cool. Bills at the Dolphins, the Thursday night football game. We're able to get in there because we didn't have a show last Friday. Y'all both picked the Dolphins. Tua obviously had a tough go before getting knocked out and taken out of the game. Buffalo Bills won that one. That's my 5 there. So I was 5-1 through 6. You guys were both 4-2 through 6. The next game, David picked against his Tennessee Titans, and we both picked the Titans. And the
Bulls.
The Jets won that one. All 3 of us picked the Cowboys. None of us got that one right. We both picked the Lions, David and I. You picked the Bucks. Jay got one more there. Hey. And then all 3 of us picked the Niners. So on the NFL side of things, we all got 4 out of 5 in college, and then we all went 1 out of 5 in NFL.
Hot dog.
So all 3 of us got 5 points to the score. Differential does not change there.
Hey.
21-20, 17.
Bingo.
I'd take that as a win this week.
I would have, yes.
Yeah, for you.
Dude, the fact that you went 4-0 like to start the games, that's impressive. Bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're going 4-0, that's a parlay right there.
Yeah, especially given last week you went 0-7 off the jump.
Well, he was in front of a mirror saying William and Mary, William and Mary, William and Mary.
Yeah, it was a tough decision. But yeah, so we'll obviously have you call in on Friday when you are bringing the Arnold golf team up there to play some golf in Georgia, right?
Yeah, you're going to be in Auburn. I'm going to be in Athens. It'll be, that's kind of cool.
The Deep South's oldest rivalry. In this case, it's the Deep South's oldest friendship.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, you were an Auburn fan, and then
I sold.
You switched.
Smart man.
All right. Let's see. Let's jump into some of these SEC win-loss total picks. We'll start with the University of Florida, which seems to have the most parity thus far. I picked, and you picked, Jay, Florida losing that one. David actually picked Florida winning that one.
Which is the only reason that I stuck with them.
Yeah. You're trying to, and you got to be consistent. All of us picked Auburn to beat New Mexico, and they did on the heels of Hank Brown's first start up there for Auburn.
Remember how excited you guys were after Alabama A&M for Peyton Thorne?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, now Peyton Thorne's not in the game, so maybe it is not the starter. So maybe that was a good thing they lost.
I'm just saying deja vu. Deja vu. Oh, Hank Brown's so good. Again. Here we go. Damn, we're losing on Arkansas. Who picks it?
We might. Hopefully we don't, because we're going to be at that one, but it'd be nice to get a win up there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, I'm not going to root for you guys.
You can't. That'd be sacrilegious.
Weren't they eating noses up there in Arkansas? Yeah, I always remember
that one. Sticks with you, doesn't it?
I know. It's crazy.
Not too far away from Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah, that's true.
I really want to I'm going to make like a checkbox on things that are better in college football and better in the NFL. Because for me, like there's no such thing, or there's no rivalry as close as to like the hatred I have for college football teams.
Yeah.
Compared to, so there is that.
Yeah. No, definitely. And we can dive into that later on this week. Well, we'll have a lot of time with Jay not being here. Oklahoma beat Tulane, I'm pretty sure.
They did.
So all 3 of us got that one correct on Oklahoma's schedule. We all picked Georgia over Kentucky. They sneaked that one out 13-12. All 3 of us picked South Carolina losing to LSU, which that was a fantastic football game. LSU ended up winning that one late, I believe, on a walk-off field goal, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was a walk-off field goal.
How crunk was South Carolina? How Columbia?
Man, it was bumping. But hey, that's what they're known for up there in Columbia at Williams-Brice Stadium. When that Sandman comes out, man.
Oh yeah.
Or Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. Yeah.
Sandstorm. I think it was done by a Swedish guy or a Finnish guy, something like that. All right, we got...
He is Finnish.
Texas whooped up on Texas San Antonio. We already know that. UTSA. Does anybody know, what did Vandy do?
They lost against...
Georgia something?
Georgia State.
Georgia State.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I was trying to...
Well, daggone, man. That 2-0 start. How about that? I think I actually... I think that I might have that one in my old predictions.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
They were on the road. They were in Atlanta.
Yeah, 36-32.
Yeah.
They tried to come back there at the end. But hey, 2-1 on the young season for the Commodores. All right, I had them. Yep, you and Jay both picked them losing that game.
Can we add that to the pick'em?
Nope.
I just won't be tied.
And I picked Georgia State, or Vandy beating Georgia State. So far, we've each gotten, David's gotten 2 out of 3 right. You and me have both got 2 out of 3 wrong on Vandy's schedule. Over there in Missouri, they won against Boston College 27-21. All 3 of us picked that one. And then Texas A&M at Florida, if it corresponded, which it did, to the Florida game, is Jay and I both picked Texas A&M to win, and David stayed consistent and had them losing. Ole Miss, I believe, destroyed Wake Forest. I don't know the score off the top of my head, but I know it was a lot to a little. All 3 of us got that one right. Tennessee also destroyed Kent State. Who won Mississippi State? Toledo.
Toledo.
All right, so all 3 of us got that one wrong. So that's why Travis was saying if they lose to Mississippi State, it's just not going to be a good look there for Nathan.
If they lose to Mississippi State, you need to not let Billy Napier get on the plane.
Yeah, just find a ride home, Billy. You got money. You got 25 extra mil that you can get yourself an Uber.
Tell him that you'll cover his first 100 miles in the Uber.
They'll give him
but that's it.
Yep. 25 mil.
Or no, instead of giving him his $26 million buyout, give him a $26 million Uber credit.
There you go. That'd be a big one. Don't know if they can handle it. UAB scared Arkansas there for a little while, but Arkansas ended up pulling away at the end and won that one.
Sprinkled that friendly 10 on them at the end. Didn't work out.
The friendly 10. And then Alabama took care of business against Wisconsin on the road. Alabama was jumping around going into that fourth quarter and the excitement of that football game. So we'll keep that up to date as we go on through the rest of the way. Jay, Monday Night Football coming up tonight. What you thinking?
Oh boy. Well, Eagles are coming to Atlanta? Is that it? Is that at the Mercedes?
Is that the link?
Yeah, it's at the link.
Oh, it's in Philadelphia?
Yeah. Ooh. Falcons are flying to Philly.
Yeah.
Philly is currently a 5.5-point favorite. Total over under 45.5. Saquon Barkley obviously had a monster first game. 3 total touchdowns there. Jalen Hurts had a good game, but threw 2 interceptions as well. What do you think? Falcons 0-1. Tough first loss there this season. Eagles got their victory. And here you go. Falcons, Kirk Cousins traveling on the road outside. Got to watch out for the batteries.
Yeah, I saw a dirty bird in a puddle earlier.
Ooh, today? Here?
Yeah, bathing.
So it was dirty, but now it's getting clean?
Yep, and it's clean now.
In its own way,
yeah. Yep. Dirty birds soar over the Eagles this evening, 27-24.
Ooh.
So taking the over, too.
Taking the over.
Yeah.
27-24. Yeah, a little 51 action there. Put your money where your mouth is.
I like that.
Yeah. I hope so. That's what I'm rooting for anyway.
I think the Eagles win, though.
Yeah. What do you think? Saquon has another big game, or you think Jalen kind of leads the team on this one?
Man, I think it's going to be a Saquon show this year, honestly.
Saquon season?
Yeah, provided, obviously, what's been the biggest
health. Yeah,
exactly.
No doubt.
I would love to see a huge night from Devontae Smith for fantasy implications. Neither here nor there, though, and the reality of what matters is what happens on the football field. I love Jay's score right there. I think I'm going to raise the bar a little bit and say that they go a little bit higher. I think that the Falcons are, going to try to prove the naysayers wrong a little bit here. So I'll say 27. Atlanta 31 for the Eagles.
Ooh, a little more high scoring. A.J. Brown.
38.
A.J. Brown out for the Eagles tonight. Devonta Smith going to get a lot of action. That is for sure. I think the Falcons do it, though, Jay. I agree with you. I think the Falcons have to win. Not have to, but they need to win this football game for their fans, for Kirk Cousins. I think they go up there to Philadelphia, and I think they squeak a close game out, 21-17. I do like this little 4-leg parlay, because, 3 legs are the usual. Single game, get you your boost. 30%.
You can always mail it in.
Mail it in.
3-leg parlays.
Yes, you
there
can.
You go.
Yes, you
mail
can.
it in.
USPS.
Saquon over 75.5 rushing yards. Bijan over 64.5 rushing yards. Saquon over 2.5 receptions, and Bijan over 4.5 receptions. That's going to give you plus 1,100 odds there. $15 bet will win you about 180, and if you got a 30% boost, it'll throw another $49.50 in there.
Book it, Dano.
Book it. Oh, it's booked.
Yes,
it's booked. The only one I'm concerned about is the
Bijan.
The Bijan. Yep. Just because I know Philly's got a really good run defense, but we'll see.
Wait, so not the receptions, but the
over 64.5.
Oh, yeah.
The receptions, I think he's going to hit, just because he's going to need to be using him out of the backfield quite a bit. But
that dumb button be working sometimes.
I could, there it is again. I could swap out, though, on another one and just switch out the Bijan over 64.5 and throw Devontae in there for over either receptions or receiving yards, because obviously he's going to get a ton of targets tonight because A.J. Brown is not in there. Jay?
Yes. I agree.
Anything you'd like to leave us this week as you're not going to be here?
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
You always don't know. Go Arnold Golf. What do you guys got coming up this week?
Oh, yeah, we've got a match coming up.
Yeah,
yes.
ooh, match.
18-hole match.
That's why you're not going to be here tomorrow.
I will not be here tomorrow.
Why aren't you going to be here Wednesday?
Wednesday will be on the lesson tee.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday.
Okay, so that was self-inflicted.
Yeah. Funny thing, I'm your secretary, and I'm going to pencil whip your your lesson.
I went to golfwithjay.com, and it says it's open. I don't know.
No, it's
Funny
not.
thing is I booked that lesson.
Oh.
I would prefer to have that
studio.
lesson here.
And it's just an entire segment of just the tip this week. So yeah, there you go.
Golf tip of the week.
Gosh.
What about Thursday?
Thursday. Oh, playing in a tournament with
on a Thursday?
Yeah.
Weird. You don't see many scramble tournaments on Thursday.
Man, what y'all
And then Friday, I know you're leaving at like 4 or something to go to Georgia.
Yeah.
But what if you just push that back to like 1:05?
1:05 what?
p.m. Central Standard Time.
Push what back?
Your travel time.
Oh, no,
I did say
can't be
4,
doing that.
and then he said, yeah. And I was referring to PM.
I got to be night by 9 o'clock. I'm old. I'm
On
old.
Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like it takes 8 hours to get to.
It was pretty close. It's pretty close, especially when you drive the way I do. I drive.
You drive slow?
I drive speed limit.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Always our shoes in the house. Jay's just mail it in this week. He could be here on Wednesday. He could be here on Thursday. He could probably be here on Friday, but he's not.
I'm leaving at 9:30 Friday.
So the kids you're taking them out of school?
Absolutely.
Man. There you go.
You darn tootin', son.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, Jay, have a great rest of your
Y'all
week.
too.
Good luck in your match.
Thank you.
Safe travels. We look forward to hearing you calling in with your picks on Friday as you're getting closer up there to the Atlanta area. Afternoon Underdogs coming up at 4 p.m. Braves are playing tonight, I believe, right after them. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Are you ready to go under the lights? Mosley Dolphin football is back.
Wide open down the sideline.
ESPN Northwest Florida brings you live play-by-play coverage all season long. With David Hayes
Touchdown, Mosley Dolphins.
and Kyle Wright.
You take the top off the defense, and the interception turns into points for the Mosley offense.
Exclusively on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Monday afternoon. The rest of the day, a possibility of thunderstorms and sprinkles, and 81 with a light breeze coming out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour. For tonight, a mixture of some clouds and possible thunderstorms and a low near 73. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning, but otherwise scattered thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
All roads lead to adventures this fall in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover our Kia SUV family and get ready to forge a brand new path. Bill Bird Kia is now offering 2.49% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2024 Kia Sorento. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third row seating space for the entire family to unwind. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us anytime at 2435 East 15th Street or BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2024 Kia Sorento with $1,775 per $1,000 financed at 60 months. Qualities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for all qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 9/30/24.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Liberty, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
If Tua was my son, I would suggest calling it a wrap. Thinking about this morning, I wonder if the NFL should not consider an amnesty clause. The payer gets played. It's an amnesty clause. It doesn't go against your salary cap, so it doesn't punish the teammates.
A new day in the herd starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys can laugh at me all you want.
This is the herd.
Oh, yeah.
With Colin Cowherd.
I'm setting the tone.
Best show on radio.
This is the herd.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. The herd with Colin Cowherd starts now.
All right, it is a Monday. Live in Los Angeles, it's the herd, wherever you may be, however you may be listening. Thanks for making us part of your day. Yesterday was one of the wilder, especially the early windows, one of the wilder Sundays that I can remember. The league sometimes just doesn't make any sense. The teams we thought would be 0-2 or 2-0. The 2-0s are 0-2. That's why the sport is so great. Steelers are on top. Ravens, Bengals in the cellar. What is happening? J-Mac, 1 hour from now, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. We'll get to Caleb Williams in 5 minutes. All these rookie quarterbacks are just bailing water, just trying to survive. But Kansas City does what Kansas City does better over the... I mean, it's like the Patriots handed the baton